Greetings and welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James. Happy Monday to you guys, May 9th, 2011. Happy Mother's Day out there to all the moms out there. Hope you guys had a great, safe, relaxing, and of course, hope you guys hugged your mom yesterday for Mother's Day. So happy Mom's Day to everyone out there. It's a Monday morning though. Here we are, right back to the grind again this morning here. Second week of a very profitable month of May so far. Had a record-breaking week last week. Biggest week of our career last week. And we don't see signs of slowing down anytime soon. Another great day in the room. Now, boy, what a great example today was. We nailed this right in the head, didn't we? Now, we were open to whatever the day might come this morning, but we nailed this thing to the wall this morning. What did we say on Friday? We said on Friday, right, rewind the tape, go back to Friday. What did we say? Monday morning, no news. Monday after Mother's Day, right? What do we expect? Golden lunch. Did we get that? Well, you have to wait and see what happens here today. But we definitely got that late morning move that made us some money today. And we talked about that this morning in our morning prep. 7:45, what did we talk about? We said, boy, is that really how slow it is right now, right? That was the biggest thing. At 8 o'clock this morning, at 9 o'clock this morning, at 10 o'clock this morning, I'll tell you, if I wouldn't have been here watching it, I would have thought someone hit the pause button on the market this morning because it was very low volume. Now remember, Monday mornings, no news. We're already expecting a sluggish open. Then you throw in the fact that, myself included, I was driving home late last night for Mother's Day as well, like I'm sure a lot of people were. Right, leaving mom's house, headed down the 405 freeway here in Southern California. And of course, I get in late last night, and we assume that everyone else got in late last night as well, right? No matter what type of trader you were. So we went over this morning. We talked about this morning how we're expecting a slow day, but to look forward to that golden lunch because we had no news on a Monday and no important news tomorrow morning. That's the variable. So it fit nicely inside of that golden lunch scenario. And so we knew, be patient. And then the dollar moved. And this is when we said, aha, everything is coming into plan, right? What did we see last week? Do you remember what happened last week before crude made that drop from 115 down to 100? Remember what happened? Think back. There was a specific time of the day, specific day of the week last week. I want to say it was Wednesday, was it Thursday? I can't recall. What happened though was, dollar jumped, crude didn't do anything. Remember that? Last week, dollar jumped. And we said, wait a second. Now, shouldn't crude be dropping right now? Something doesn't look right. And then what happened? 10 minutes later, crude fell out of bed and dropped $5 in a matter of minutes. Now, we saw that happen today at 10:45, didn't we? We've been waiting from 7:45 to 8:45 to 9:45 to 10:45. That's 3 hours, right? 3 hours of sitting here going, guys, we know it's going to come. I swear it's going to come. We just got to wait for it, right? 10 o'clock comes around. 10:45 rolls around. All of a sudden now, what happened? Dollar jumps. What did the crude do? Nothing. Crude sits there. And now at 10:45, my exact words were, wait a second now, we've seen this before. We saw this last week. And since we are consistently reading tape the whole entire morning, we saw this happen right away. And my exact words were, if we see anything like we had last week, the big move is coming. And that's exactly what we got. Dollar rising, but crude ain't moving. Expect to see this thing move soon. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, boom, up at the highs of the wedge. Sell the wedge highs, right? Buy the pullback as we make new highs. Sell the channel highs. 60 minutes later, over 220 ticks of profit. The first 5 trades, winner, 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 winner. It was almost like we had told the market what to do. Perfect timing, 10:45, dollar jumps, crude goes nowhere. We know what that said from last week. Now remember, I didn't just jump into the trade short. I couldn't just close my eyes, hit the sell button. I still had to wait for a pattern. And this is where your morning prep came into play. This is where all the work we did 3 hours earlier, defining the channel, defining the wedge, defining the highs and the lows, picking up on personality. Remember, things that I saw 10 minutes ago help me 10 minutes from now. So I'm reading tape, I'm watching this develop, And because of that, we were ready to sell the highs. We were ready to buy pullbacks. All we needed was something to move. So 1050 here now, price jumps. We jump all the way up, and we now find ourselves at the highs of the wedge. Now, we've been planning this since 745. If we get to the highs, we're going to sell the highs. As you can see here, it gets very choppy here. Very choppy. I get 1052, I sell the highs, expecting to see the price come right back down to my lows of the wedge, right? Go from highs of the wedge to the lows of the wedge. So that was my goal, obviously, get the price coming back down here to the lows of the wedge. So of course we come up, we sell the highs, all choppy here. Once we saw those highs, all those sellers come in, and now the sellers fail. +5, -5, so I get nothing out of the first trade short. The question is, though, who's in charge right now? Are the buyers in charge, or are the sellers in charge? Well, follow me down bottom here. What does that look like? That looks like oversold momentum. Now you tell me, guys and gals, is oversold momentum, is that good for a wave long or good for a wave short? Oversold says, I'm not going short, you want to get long now. So oversold momentum now, think about this for a second. If I go up and I test the highs of the wedge, I see my sellers fail at the highs. I get nothing out of it. I've got oversold momentum. That means the sell side is drying up fast. I see big buyers come in, momentum curls up, oversold. This is now a wave pattern long. Now this wave pattern long, can you guess what my target will be? At the top of the wedge, right? Top of the channel, excuse me, not the wedge. The wedge is down here. The top of the channel. So now here at 1054, I'm expecting price going from the lows of the channel up to the highs of the channel. Our biggest trade of the week so far.